but they hadn't done much on the ground in this game.
Oh, look at Arch Manning. Oh, hit him with the two-step. Arch Manning, touchdown.
Third down here. Green, sideline shot, and hauled in by Justin Robinson.
Hi, this is Robert Wilkins, a.k.a. BasketballTall. Welcome, because now you're in store for another good week of college football. What I'm going to do here today, like I've always done for the last couple of weeks, I'm going to list the top 25 teams in America, and let's see how they fared. Because, boy, did your team do well this week? Or maybe there's still some hope. The good news about all of it is that's now a 12-team playoff. Besides the Big Five powerhouse conferences getting in, now maybe your team across the land will also get in. And of course, we know there's also some major news out in Texas, and we'll talk about that in a moment. So right now, go get your beverage, do what you gotta do, use the restroom, and let's get into the top 25 of this week. Before we get started into the program, there is some important information I'd like to share with you that occurred at a football game. And this comes from Athlon Sports. And it says, college football game canceled after outbreak of serious disease. Wow. Have you ever heard of that ever happening? A ball game getting canceled from a serious disease? And you're probably wondering, what is that disease? Let's read further. It says, in one of the more bizarre reports in recent memory, the Week 3 matchup between the Portland State Vikings and South Dakota Coyotes were canceled due to an outbreak of a disease. According to insiders, John Casano, Portland State, was forced to call the game due to an outbreak of pertussis, in other words, whooping cough. PSU had players ill on Thursday, Casano wrote. They were quarantined. A number of other players were exposed. South Dakota and PSU huddled and canceled the game. Imagine that. All spectators, thousands of fans coming out to watch a ball game, and it gets canceled. And they're saying whooping cough, or some folks might be saying this is a disease outbreak. Can you imagine a possible panic? I wonder how they really handled that. Let's read further. In a statement released by South Dakota, it was revealed that team doctors from both programs decided it was best not to play the game. The two programs and their team doctors have been in discussions regarding the situation, explained the statement. It was determined by Portland State that the game would not be played in the interest of the health of the student athletes. Well, that is really good to know. But how often does that really happen when it probably should occur? Whether or not the game will be rescheduled is unclear. At this time, the program have yet to comment on anything beyond the fact that Saturday's game is canceled. The Week 3 meeting was scheduled to take place in Hillsborough Stadium in Portland, Oregon, and was set to kick off at 1 p.m. Pacific time. The Coyotes were a 17.5-point favorite, according to ESPN. Number 14, Kansas State, beat number 20, Arizona, 31-7. Georgia, number 1 team in the country, beat Kentucky, 13-12. Boy, that was very close. Number 2, Texas, beat University of Texas San Antonio, 56-7. Now, of course, we know Quinn Ewers went out. And, of course, Arch Manning came in and had a stellar performance. Now, of course, Ewers had some type of abdominal pain when he went out. But, boy, Texas looked dominant. Wow. And Arch Manning being a freshman coming into the game like that and playing the way he played. Boy, you're talking about a chip off the old Manning block. Wow. And I'm a Texas fan now that they're no longer in the Big 12 against OU. So let's go ahead. Let's move forward. Look at that number 4, Alabama, 42 over Wisconsin 10. Ole Miss beat Wake Forest 40-6. Now we have Missouri, number 6, beat Boston College, number 24, 27-21. Number 7, Tennessee beat Kent State 71-0. Wow. And hey, Josh Heupel's team, Tennessee, is coming into Big 12 country. Well, correction. The University of Oklahoma that's now in the SEC, but I've still got that Big 12 in me. So it's going to take a little while to break away from that. But they're going to face the Sooners the next Saturday. And who's going to pull that off? Which OU team is going to show up? Which we know they have a young team, but boy, they're coming up against Tennessee. And I am a Tennessee fan because of Josh Heupel, who won that national championship with OU under Bob Stoops early on. So I'm still a Sooners fan, and I'm a Josh Heupel's fan. Now we're looking at number 9, Oregon, up against Oregon State, 49-14. Number 10, Miami, beat Ball State 62-0, which they should have. Number 12, Utah, beat Utah State 38-21. Oklahoma State, number 13, beat Tulsa at Tulsa 45-10. Now we're looking at number 15, Oklahoma, beat Tulane 34-19. Now I must say, that game got a little closer in that second half before Jackson finally made a difference in the ball game. But the Sooners have been a little up and down. They hadn't been as stellar as they should be. Let's just hope they get on track and do what they always do before season's out and be in that conversation for the national championship. But for some reason, I don't think this is their year. But we'll see. I'm hoping. Number 16, LSU beat South Carolina 36-33. South Carolina's looking real good this year. And they weren't bad last year. But they're going to beat some teams. Now we're looking at number 17, Michigan beat Arkansas State 28-18. And we have number 18, Notre Dame beat Purdue 66-7. Then we have number 23, Nebraska beat University of Northern Iowa 34-3. Now that you've gotten your feel of this week's wrap-up, go ahead, please, give me a like, that thumbs up. And also, it's okay to share it with someone, but also leave a comment. Do you think with Texas is coming back is going to be the starting quarterback? Or is Manning going to now take over? Because I got a feeling Manning seemed to be the fan favorite, and I wonder why. So don't be afraid to leave a comment. It's okay, because there are people out there who maybe want to hear what you have to say, like me, because I'm excited about this year's football. You talking about the excitement. You talking about football that's never been as good as it is now, baby, because now we got a 12-team playoff, and I'm looking forward to it. How about you? Robert Wilkins, a.k.a. BasketballTall. See you next time.